Shalom, everyone, and welcome back to my twice weekly videos. I hope you're enjoying them. This week's Torah portion is the portion of Toldos, which talks about our father Isaac, Yitzchak, and how Yitzchak, towards the end of his life, was about to die, and he was blind, and he wanted to give the blessing of the firstborn to his firstborn son. And we know the story about how he sent off his favorite son, Esav, out to get him some food, some venison. And in the meantime, his wife, Rivka, called Yaakov, their second son, and told Yaakov, listen, I want you to have the birthright. You're the one who should be the one to inherit from your father. You deserve it more than he does. And she told him to take some fur from a wild animal, from a goat, and put it on his arm because Esav was a hairy man, and go to his father. And we know the story about how Yitzchak felt him, and the hair was it was very hairy, his arm, and he said the famous words, "Hakol kol Yaakov," the voice is the voice of Jacob, "V'hayadayim yedei Esav," but the hands are the hands of Esav. He was confused, supposedly. Did Yitzhak really know who he really was? Most likely he did. But nevertheless, they had to go through this charade because Yaakov had to show that he had the guts, the strength of character to be able to stand up and to claim something which was rightfully his. After all, earlier he had sold the birthright to his brother for a pot of lentil soup. And so it really belonged to him to begin with, but he needed to assert himself and to be strong. The words are very beautiful words, and they're ancient words. The voice is the voice of Yaakov, but the hands are the hands of Esau. And indeed, that's what Jews need to be. On one hand, we need to speak with a voice, not with violence and not with the anger, but we need to have the voice of Yaakov. Yaakov's voice was one of prayer and of Torah study, of scholarship, of godliness, of spirituality. But at the same time, we need to have the strength. We need to be strong and stand up for those principles that we need to stand up for. And indeed, no one stands up for this more than the Israeli army. The Israeli army is the epitome of the voice of Yaakov. It is a place of study, a place of ethics and goodness and kindness. But at the same time, the Israelis know how to fight if they need to. They have a strength. They have the hands of Esav, and the world is surprised when they see that Jews actually know how to fight, how to go into a uniform, how to be strong in a uniform. The comedian Jackie Mason says very funny in a very funny way that when it comes to Italians, Italians are very weak people when you meet them to talk to them. But when in a uniform, they're very weak. But when you see them on the street, they're very tough. And so it is by the Jewish people as well. You meet a Jew, and you don't expect a Jew to be a soldier. You don't expect a Jew to be tough and hard and carry a gun and things like that. But when a Jew needs to, they do that. We need to be able to stand up and defend ourselves and to claim what is rightfully ours. That is the meaning of the voice is the voice of Yaakov and the hands are the hands of Esav. That is the epitome of what a Jew is. Until recently, people thought that Jewish people are weaklings. In the Holocaust, they claimed that they went like sheep to the slaughter. I don't know if that's true, but nevertheless, today we certainly do not believe in going to the slaughter as weaklings. We stand up and we defend ourselves, and the Israelis are the best soldiers. They are the best pilots. And when a Jew wants to be a soldier, they can be the very best of all. I'd like to announce to everyone that coming this Shabbos, we are going to be starting services on Shabbos morning at 10 o'clock in the morning. We're going back to our regular time. We will start the prayer Shochinad and Baruch at 10 o'clock in the morning. We should finish about 11:30, and Mincha will be at 4:30, as it will be the rest of the week. So we'd like to ask you to join us for that if you can. and candle lighting is at 4:26 in San Diego. So I want to wish you all a Shabbat Shalom.